Here comes that push onto the B site. Amanek able to deny that bomb on short. Nico's still sitting back, and Amanek makes it another kill from the bomb site. It's only Shiro left. He's in the back lines, and he's got the first frag.
Bomb down short, obviously, by the play of Amanek pushing through the smoke has put a bit of a problem into the works here. Shiro in the clutch. We talk about his clutches. It's been the talking point coming into DreamHack Masters, and now Shiro needs to look to find him. Spots Amanek down short. The headshot landed. Looking for the second to start off DreamHack Masters best of threes with a clutch in for Shiro. Low HP on Jax, but he hits the headshot. G2 up with the pistol. 1-0 on the board. Setting up, he's trying to run down, try and get a bomb plant here, but Jax is under a little bit of pressure, but he's got Hunter over here to help him out. The MP9 looking to mow them down, and Jax and Hunter coming in with the picks. Shiro and Axel shouldn't be getting dropped momentarily. Glock gets involved, Jax finally getting rid of Shiro, but Axel's coming in with a headshot. He's looking for a follow-up. Couldn't quite get the bomb plant there for Gambit, but it is cleaned up. It's 2-0 up for G2 at the start of Mirage.
Only the one kit for them too, which is something to keep in mind. Already Gambit starting to lean a fair few players over towards that A bomb site, and Hobbit wasting no time on that early fight.
Nexa getting the reply quickly though towards Ramp, and he follows up with a follow-up kill. That's the bomb down. In towards Ramp. Nexa's aggressive plays worked out perfectly, as Gambit need to backtrack now to try and figure out how to get this bomb back and get into a more comfortable situation. There's a player in below him. The play that started off this round well for G2, but the peek up from Nico up to the upper wood play. And now the bomb running its way back over to the site on B. It's Hobbit. There's only 10 seconds left to make this play work. And Jax, he just needed to hold, but he goes down to Hobbit. Shiro catching Hunter, and they get to the site just in the nick of time to get the bomb down. It's a 2v2 coming in for Nico and Nexa on the retake.
Hobbit was thinking of going aggressive, but he's just going to stick close by. Two players low on either side, and Hobbit's going to try and use this off angle.
Well, Hobbit, I couldn't get it. Nico was faster, and now it's just Shiro again. 1v2 clutch for Shiro with the AWP. He'll miss the first shot. Now in behind cover, looking to try and follow up and reset onto Nico, who's just jiggling for the info, but he hits the shot. And now 1v1 up against Nexa. He's down to 3 HP over here for the G2 player. And he'll be pushing forward, finds Shiro, and yet another 1v2 going in favor of G2 as well in terms of the kills. But Gambit, they've held on, and the time is tuck, and it's too much to handle for G2. Too little time to get back into the site, as Gambit will take their first round on the board.
Skin Club, make the right choice.
Link in the description gives you up to 7% deposit bonus.
Fights will certainly ensue here with G2. Nexa further back. Jax in front of him. He was the USP torn out of the round, and Axel follows up with follow-up headshots. He's having a great time here, Axel. 4 kills in the round, and now it is just Amanek left alone with the AWP on the other side of the map. Axel's having a field day against these G2 players there. Nice little eco-frags added to his collection. A couple of them had rifles, Alex. But Axel definitely feeling it there.
When Amanek is in some trouble. Maybe not too much trouble, though. He's got the first shot with the AWP, so hopefully for his sake, he can start to get away. He's going to be stuck behind triple box now, though. The smoke giving him some cover, but Gambit are closing in on his position. This is suffocating Dinko. He's got another kill, and he's just going to try and sit in the smoke. Damage done, and Shiro eventually denies.
Might force him to go for this A play, and they're going to run on in, but there's still 2 players inside of the ninja boxes. They're going to double up together, and Nico plays in front, goes to the fight, but Axel immediately snaps his neck. But will they expect the second player to be there? Hunter is still in behind this, but Hobbit spams it, he predicts it, and he gets the follow-up kill. So Gambit being methodical, leaving no stone unturned, has got them onto this A site. And even though they had the strength in numbers, G2 having to pull off the retake, and Nexa is the man doing that right now. He's pulled it back into the equilibrium of a 2v2.
Nexa's looking for more. Can't spot that player on Tetris immediately. But he has an idea that there might be a man there. Jack sneaking close to connector, uses the flash to his advantage. Out goes Nexa looking for the fight, finally finding it. But Shiro is the one man remaining. The bomb tapped, but Shiro's gonna stand strong in the open and land the final shot. 4-2 lead for Gambit, and yet another clutch added to Shiro's collection.
Nafny's just crept through the ramp smoke, trying to take the fight at Ticket, but now it is up. They know exactly what play is coming their way, G2. Can they hold on to it is the question, though, and the answer is just no. They're not getting these fights going their way at all. Nafny gets the first 2 picks. Finally, Nico stepping back in with the itchy grenade kill, but he's still a man down overall here for G2. Hunter sources that trade kill elsewhere, and Inters is being picked out of the round. So we are down to the 3v3 again. But Axel's got into the B side. Amanek, he tries to get the AWP down quickly enough, but he couldn't line up the shot.
Axel's the man who's going to keep him trapped, though.
Yeah, he spots the barrel, but he wants him to just take the peek, and there it is. Nico going into Axel's crosshair. It is just Hunter left alone. First pick onto Axel is good, but Hobbit and Shiro still stand for Gambit, so Hunter realizes getting back over to the other side of the map is definitely a long run. And with the positions that you've got here for Gambit, it's hard to look past them, just shutting him out of this one. Hunter starts to clear all the close positions, goes to the murder ball. Waiting for him is Hobbit. He's missed the first bullet, but lines up the headshot quickly after. And it's 6-2 for Gambit. Execute out flashes coming out of the ramp, and Axel, he will be this front man as Amanek. He's on default boxes with the AWP. It's a difficult position to maneuver around, but he's been able to find one in a second coming in. He goes for the repeat, but couldn't quite find Shiro. Nafny's walking his way into the B site. There has been an aggressive play from Jax. He thinks it's clear, and he could catch off Shiro, trying to get back over to the B site. It's going to be a straight-up fight between Shiro and Jax looking the wrong way, flicks back, hits the dink, but Shiro wins the fight. And now Nafny's aggressive position could find Hunter, and it has. That's an important pick to find, because now it puts them in a situation checking all of the close angles. Eventually we'll have to go as this time takes on, and the little peek up from Shiro gathers that info. He's going to be looking for this headshot, grabs Nico, plays the position to perfection, and now Nexa left out. 2 players, completely different positions, impossible to get the crosshair, and those and the rest of Gambit having a field day against some of these pistols. They're just setting up on the extremities of the site to see if they can pick off a few of these rifles, and Nafny's going to run out of ammo as Nexa's going to catch him on the backside with the deagle. So Amanek and Nexa are still alive. They pulled it into the 2v3 as Gambit have got solid push plans, so shouldn't be too uncomfortable for them, but it is rather difficult to walk away. I don't think he was lucky there. The AWP flew in the other direction. The AK hardly moved. So Amanek went out for the final shot, couldn't find the kill. Hasn't looked underwards. Well, Nexus still has a decent spot for this, but now they drop. And Inters gets in behind cover, so Nico can't even trade him, and now he gets caught at the bottom of the stairs. Just so methodical and clean at clearing all of these positions, and G2 are not given a single chance to trade or find that opening pick, and Gambit are just so dominant right now. This is so one-sided. Gambit feeling real comfortable on the T side. Amanek spots the foot of a player, so that's some information that there is at least one on towards ramp. But Nafny, like you said, he was the mid-play, and now he's looking to try and take the play up short. It's Hunter that's won in the battle, though, and Amanek getting a kill as well. Next up, finally, his aggressive ramp stance will work out. Early mid-control is Gambit's. Nico, where of the player's position on the left side of the smoke, and Nafny's going to get caught with utility. And Jack simultaneously on the other side, able to find another follow-up kill for G2. So, 2 men up again. Ooh. Hobbit onto Nico, able to pick it up, and now the play starts to come into the B side of the map. It's the bomb leading the charge here for Inters. Jax gets picked off, and Hunter, he's just hiding, biding his time as the play comes through. It's the bomb at the front there for Gambit. It's been caught out. The headshot onto Inters landed, and it's now Shiro left alone, tucked up in the apartments, and I don't think this is the clutch he'll be winning this time around. It's 11-4 at the half. Gambit dominate. It's time for a short break, and we'll see if they can bounce back here, G2, in the second half. We've got to see if G2 can win this pistol, though. It's almost a must-win to keep themselves in with a chance on their map pick. And while G2 are going to be setting up for the B play, and Inters is the first man up here. Flash ready from his teammate on in. It's Inters with the first pick. Nafny with a great flash, buying a follow-up in as well. And Inters just finds a couple of players blinded in front of him. Amanek and Nexa have done a very good job, though, at getting these trades back in for G2. Quick plant from Hunter. There is a kit dropped on the site. That's something that Gambit will have to get figured out on this retake, because the smoke is buying a good bit of time here before the retake begins. Nexa close up. Hobbit's going to try and clear this position, and Nexa, he's not going to be able to land the headshot. Hobbit with the body shots eventually picks up that kill, and now trying to find the player at bench as well. Nico, he's been dropped extremely low in HP, but he has got that cover to play with on bench, and that's keeping him alive at the minute. Axel now trying to get in, but it's Hunter with the follow-up headshots. A much-needed pistol win in for G2.
Flash over from mid, smoke for jungle, and Hunter will lead the charge onto the A bomb site. Not much defense here. Jumping shot from Hunter opens things up. Anthony was hoping to get the flank going, but the MAC-10 makes sure to account for that position. And with the bomb planted, G2 should have this round locked in. It's all a question of how comfortably they can win it.
Yeah, you just want to limit the casualties. You don't want to be dropping any of these weapons away needlessly. And Shiro, he's certainly the player you want to keep eyes on if you're on Gambit, because he had the MAC-10. Looking to try and get some money. Be able to pick up one, and that is the only casualty for G2. It's next to the falls, so smoke over the top. Simple execute coming in here for G2, looking to just try and force back the defensive players with simple utility. A molly into Ticket, a deep smoke for the top of Con, and they catch him with a flash here. Nafny completely blinded thanks to Aminek's flashbang, and Jax will take that kill all day long. And now Hunter, you mentioned the Hawk, it's all about trying to find some extra cash, and G2 are winning this one cleanly, they're winning it convincingly, and now the name of the game is eliminating every single player, and they've done that effectively. Money picked up, farmed on the MP9, AWP out without doing anything for Gambit. Yeah, big split coming in here. It's G2 mainly coming up short, but they have one prong to the approach from the apartments, and now they start to go through. They're walking right into a stack, Hawk, and this could get messy if they don't find these initial kills, and they're not finding the initial kills. Axel enters, finding kills on the pistols, and now G2 with a big issue in front of them, and Nico is left alone in a 1v5. They haven't been able to find a single kill up until this point. Nico picks out one with the AWP, positions and limit the numbers inside of the site. You can quickly fall down. Now they know that Nico's up top mid with the AWP. He's got the important kill, and now he's just hoping that they can tick on over, and he will get through into the next one. Nice little spicy approach here from Gambit into mid. It's Nafny trying to get involved early on. The run boost will allow Jax to get behind the top boxes at middle, but Nafny, I love how he's still going for it, but he keeps getting flashed at every turn, and now he's under so much pressure, but still gets his kill. He still gets Jax, and now has top mid control. The response from Hunter trying to come through the underpass, but he's caught by Axel, and the two initial kills going for Gambit, and they've got full mid control as well. They've got to flush out Hobbit from under the wood, though, and they're trying to play this context. They don't really want to use that utility just yet until they get into better positions. And he spotted Hobbit. The spray will go away, but it's Hobbit with the headshot. And with that kill, he knows he can just sit back. And once again, it is Nico in the 1v5 with the AWP. This time, not able to save it. It's 13 rounds for Gambit. Early on, G2, they're grouped up at ramp. Will be an aggressive stance from Gambit in towards the ramp, and Nico, we talked about him. He gets the opening in this round. Jax following up, and now Shiro's under a good bit of pressure. He handles it well, gets back in behind CT.
Put a molly out to the site too to try and slow G2 down, but G2 is slowing down just to use some nades of their own. Intaz gets aggressive past the smoke though, and it's straight back to a 3-on-3.
Yeah, Nico taking damage, but he stays alive. 51 HP, Ichi soars on in, and Nico will not stay alive thanks to the spray through the smoke from Axel. He connects onto Nico, enters through the smoke, walking through it this time, connecting onto the head of Nexa. And Hunter, he's going on the big run around. He's got the marathon ahead of him. He's sprinting the marathon. And they're taking their time, still looking at Tetris. They think he's hidden behind, but no one's reading this play just yet. No one's reading for it, and Shiro will spot it if he goes for the peek, but it's down to the defuse close. He takes the first pick, and the defuse is just stuck too long. They took a long time getting onto the defuse, Hawker, but it's just a second. Nico walking out. Hunter trying to get underpass, and again gets caught for it. Nafny's stuck in middle, but he's got the spray away, and he's got support from Axel. They find every important kill, and Axel will turn around for the 4K. Fantastic round out of him. And the flash is at the ready here for G2. They're about to pop into the B site. Will they be able to hold on? Shiro, he had an angle, he had an opportunity, but now Axel, his turn to try and strike, and again getting multi-kills. He's up to 26 frags on Mirage. It's a 15-hit scoreline, and Axel has been popping off. Nico and Nexa left alone. A 2v4 in front of him, and Gambit, they're in the pole position to take the win here on Mirage.
If they can find this angle, there's a chance, but it's slim.
It's a very difficult angle to fight here, especially since Hobbit has that little bit of the curve he can play with, and now Nexa trying to swing out, but he cannot get it done. It's Gambit coming in with a convincing win, 16-8 on the board, looking comfortable, looking strong. And Inter's in the middle of the bomb train, pressure certainly on, fights all over the site going in, but Nexa finally getting first blood. Nafny walks through the smoke, doesn't see Nexa on the elevated position, and his trades back and forth, but Nico grabs the advantage for a short while before Shiro swings out for the double peak on the P250. A 3v3 again as G2 start to make their way through. Post-plant positions are pretty solid for Gambit, but they're trying to get another kill to be a bit more comfortable, and G2 are winning those fights up until this point. Shiro and Hobbit bouncing back into it, and with that time ticking on, Shiro has done so much, and Hobbit from upper could have just hidden away, but instead lands the final blow to the head of Jax. And Jax, he's got the Deagle this time. All of G2 have Deagles right now. A little bit of utility available to be sprinkled across the team. Trying for the Pop Dog fight early, but it's Axel running out with a Mac-10. It's been stopped early on into the round. Enters atop the blue train, finds himself the trade kill into Combat that pushes forward from the pistols. Not really working out now as Gambit, they've drawn it back into the 3v3. And Hobbit finding Nico definitely turns things in Gambit's favor, but look at the push from Hunter. He's using the cover wall. He hears the footsteps of Shiro. He goes for the timing. That's the bomb dropped, and Hunter nearly getting a chance onto the second player who can quite double up. So now it is all on Nexa. 1v2. Low HP on Hobbit. Nafny's been tickled down to 77 as well. So this Deagle certainly has a bite. We'll see if he can win the round off of it.
Shots to the body, and Hobbit so low on health at the end that he just about survives on a slither of health.
Running deep into the B site. They've got so much control here, Gambit. With the passive setup right now from Nexa and Amanek, they give up so much of the site.
Yeah, they've just conceded the bomb plant. Nexa could do with an early kill, and that nade should get it. It's actually Nico's nade that lands first, but it is the man advantage that G2 wanted for the retake.
Yeah, Nico stealing it away, but look at Axel. He's trying to get the flank, he's trying to get the lurk, but Hunter, he stayed there. He's waited for that moment, and Axel's been brought out. And now it is going to be a 4v3 with Gambit down in the post plant. G2, they may have the man advantage, but they've still got to move forward, and Nexa is going to do exactly that. Nafny dropped Nico, hitting the headshot on Hobbit, and now it is all onto the Clutch King, Shiro. The time is ticking. He can delay them from getting onto the site. He's hit one, and there's no time. Shiro wins it out, and just not enough time to get back into the site there for G2. It's Gambit up 4-0. And G2 are quite active on the CT side right now, changing their positions up, and Amanek dropping back into the B side. Jax now going for a bit of an aggressive play, but it's Hobbit that's been found. The aggressive play from Jax found by Axel, but the trade was always coming in from Hunter. How do they get to the site? How are they going to get this bomb planted safely? And the call is to smoke off Ivy, and they get the kill. Hunter tried to peek before the smoke bloomed and ended up just dying. And that has given away the man advantage, and now back into the 2v2. Bomb planted for default. Shiro close by. Amanek's got his open connector, and Inter's just getting a good position at hell as Shiro looking for the fight. Finds Nexa first, and Amanek, he's on the search. The 1v2 with the AWP in this situation. No kit, no utility. I do not envy Amanek right now.
Dropping down, he makes noise in the process. Oh, up over the top of the ladder for the first one. But how is he going to predict Intez's position? The flank is going to be too hard. He moves off the bomb. Intez peeks it. He knows he's safe, and he knows he's won the round by time. Once again, Gambit play the post plant well, and even though Amanek gets away with the AWP.
And G2, they've got to feel like they probably should have had a few rounds now on the board.
This game is still teetering on a knife's edge, though. If they win this, they still reset Gambit.
And while Inter's running deep in, Nexa quick on the MP9, and they dive deep into this B site. Is Nexa playing from Summit, gets a second kill on the MP9. He's doing work with the weakest weapon in play, and he's going to go and try and follow up. Weak guns can do big things, and it's a follow-up. That's the bomb dropped onto the floor, and everything is working out for G2. What a round from Nexa, holding on with the MP9. Yeah, he's AWPing here as well. It gets very interesting to see if this is going to work out for him. Hobbit's right above him right now. The smoke, he lands on his head. Amanek misses the shot, and Hobbit comes in with a kill. Oh, that is risky from Amanek, and it has not paid off. And now Gambit, they've got a free opening into the B site.
Hobbit's just Goomba stomping his way onto the B site. Great start.
Russia love that one.
And now they get the bomb down, and there's not that much utility for G2 this time. The Molly's not going to arrive in time. They need an early kill, and they need it now.
Oh, well, cheer up. deep down into the site, finds Jax, but he's still got to deal with more coming towards him. Gambit, they had the man advantage, and Shiro was following it up. He's not too far off landing the shot there on Hunter, but it's Hobbit who has found that secondary op of Amanek that was lying up there. The rest of his team delivering, and now Jax going up the ladder, Itchy down. Jax going to be netted from the backside, down to 54. Now the play out, Ivy from Axel needs to deliver, and it's not happened. Amanek and Hunter finding the important kills, and now the walk into B must come.
Amanek loves this close quarters AWPing, apparently. Sitting behind the smoke. This time the no-scope lands, but Shiro is going up close himself. It's basically a shotgun battle, but Amanek scopes in, spots him on the edge of the smoke, and this time Amanek's close quarters AWPing pays off. Early nades this time from G2 deny the aggression, but Gambit have a couple of players at the ready.
Nafni, he'll try and go, but all these early duels are going in favor of G2. Inters finally gets one for Gambit, but it's just a molly kill and nothing that'll really affect the outcome of the round. Shiro tries his best to climb the ladder, but he will walk out of it with just the one pick. Well, Nexa, I like that he's trying to play closer to the smoke. He's giving himself a good angle to fight onto default. He could deny the safe passage of the bomb plant. He's done that well. Didn't quite get to second and finally does. Axel not connecting anything through the smoke. Nexa turns around and finds the 3K. Good round from Nexa there coming in. He's got to play off of his positions very well right now. Gambit going to be pushing him on all fronts. Nico has to get lucky with some timing, has to be able to land every shot, and he's not even given a single chance. Looking at Ivy as the play came through. Pop Dog and Hobbit stopping the rotation down the ladder. He gets one. Jax gets away, and there's time to get the bomb plant in. Gambit play it slow, but it's effective in the final few moments. And Amanek starts to back away, realizing that this round has to be conceded, but Nafni might just be the thorn in their side. He might just try and eliminate every single weapon. Amanek obviously has some cash, but just drawing him out of the round is perfect. And the second kill from Nafni is good as well. We head into the last round of the half, just looking to eliminate everybody, get those stats on the board. And Gambit, that information is not very useful for G2, that they have spotted the player upper. Instead, Gambit are going to be going for the drop down. Jax, he throws the smoke down, just saving that utility for the final few seconds, has thrown a bit of a spanner into the works for Gambit. There's now 20 seconds left. Nico's got into the smoke at T-Con. They saved the utility for this exact moment, and as it fades away, it's Nico that gets dropped by Inters. And now the play out into the A site. Hunter waiting for his kills with the M4A1S, but he's caught in the backside by Nafni, and Jax gets dropped on. Time is of the essence. Nexa dropping down on the side, a second kill for him, and he's done it. He's trying to deny the plant, and it's just not come in time. It's 8-7 at the half. It's as close as you can get it, and it's time for a short break. We'll return for the second half. Or G2 on this pistol. Amanek throwing his smoke out upper. He is the only player over at B, and not for long. He is picked off by Hobbit. Now the play from G2, they're kind of forced to go into for the A play now, and they're going to try and push through Ivy, but Nafni with the cleanest headshot you like to see, just taking Nexa and Nico out of the pistol. They've got no chance in this one. Gambit finding every fight, finding every kill, and G2, they only manage one in the pistol. Good position to spot that early info that they're coming out into the site. So once he calls the early info, the rest of the squad can get ready. Axel taking one away, second onto Nico, and Axel's just farming everybody right now. Good eco round for Gambit, or anti-eco for them. It's 9 rounds on the board. They get the info that no one's actually pushing in lower with it. So G2 are coming into the A site via T-Con. They've got an Ivy prone to the approach as well, and their Pop Dog player just got dropped by the MP9 of Nafni, and Gambit trying to figure out where they're coming from. They finally get their answers, and Nafni's having a good round here. He's found the initial kills, but G2, they've shown up, they've answered back, and now does Shiro just left alone. A 1v3 with a FAMAS in 7 seconds. Shiro's going to try and get in behind, finds Nexa, could deny the plant, 4 seconds. He couldn't quite get the final shots off, and now Shiro tries to cross into the open with the flash. If he committed to the spray there, Alex, I don't even know what world I'm living in. They haven't checked him, they haven't cleared him. And Hobbit just wondering what's going on. When are they going to fight him? And finally they do. Amanek looks his way. He's looking to take the ramp fight, but Jax had a window of opportunity where Hobbit was not looking at his position, and Axel with that UMP doesn't get to do anything with it. Falls to the hands of Nexa, holding for the ladder walk up. And now G2, they take the B side. There's still 2 players in play, or at least there were 2 players in play, no longer, as Inters is now...
Could have a couple of issues here. I thought for a second we were going to see Hobbit do...
It's a miracle that he's got out of that one alive, to be honest. Jax, I thought he had him dead to rights, but not to be. And now Nafany, good flash out. Oh, Amanek cannot get the spray, but continues to spray and gets the kill on Nafany eventually. Great spray control, great composure under pressure. And now Axel, he's repositioned upper and he's found the bomb. He's looking for Amanek as well, and he's low. He's just one bullet away from death, but Axel, what a round from him. What damage output he can do. And now Shiro and Inter is trying to win out the 2v2 to put Gambit on double figures, but it has to be Shiro.
One shot would have done it, but he was able to just about use the train as cover.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what approach they're going to have, but the whole team looks to be going sprinting into the B side. Shiro, he's there with the AWP, but Hobbit's been brought down as well. A fast play from G2, and they've cut right through Gambit.
I shouldn't have bothered trying to analyze anything, Dinko. Analyze that!
It's his calling. He's doing such a good job at it now, trying to get rid of Inters. He won't be able to do that, but, you know, when you lose a Mac 10, you're not really crying about it. And Nexa climbing the blue train, 25 seconds, timer on the play here. Nexa getting one. Only the one though, and they haven't been able to follow up for G2. And they're just getting picked apart by Axel. Great hold from Axel. 3 kills picked up, and Gambit finally see 10 rounds.
And that's what Gambit are great at. As soon as they get a bit of info, they use it to take a smart decision, to gamble the rotate ahead of time, and Shiro's in position.
And Shiro's back Oil. We'll see if he can deliver with his 8 WP. He's being pushed down to the left side of Oil. It's a quick play from Jax, but Hobbit's there as well. They haven't been able to get anything, and Jax doubles up. He looks for a bit more and finally shut down by Nafany. Bomb plant secured in for G2. It's a 3v4, now 2v4 thanks to Nico shot through the smoke. And you've got a feel for Gambit right there. They hold onto the site, they made the right call, and they just don't get the kills, Hawker. I'm not giving him a chance. Not yet, at least. And Axel just hiding in behind the dumpster. Hasn't peeked out. They're running. And Jax is the front man in the play, and Shiro with one. Run down by the Molotov, the player in front of him. He's extremely low, but Shiro, he's got rifle support, he's got utility support, and this round's better from Gambit. They're getting all of the important early kills, and Hunter backing away. He realizes this one's a non-starter for G2, and Hobbit, he has pushed all the way through the brown holes. Hunter has to be ready. He's got his gun out, but Hobbit still wins the duel. It's Gambit staying afloat. They may be on life support, but it's a round for them.
Nexa working up through Ivy. This might be an unexpected position. He's so far forwards. Inters thinks it's clear. Nexa says no, but Inters is there for the fast refrag.
Yeah, big re-kill there from Inters. Trade frag comes in very, very quickly. And now Hunter and Nico, a 2v4 walkout from Hunter. From Pop Dog, closer to the site with 25 seconds left. He has a window of opportunity, but he has been spotted. And Nafany from the site brings him down with the information picked up from his teammate in the backlines. It is Nico alone with the orb. 15 seconds left. He looks to cower away and hope to carry this AWP because he's not winning this round. Not getting anywhere near the site. You don't want to die after the time here, especially when you've only got $1,600 in the bank. So luckily, Nafany peeks out and finds him. So 15 to 12. Never mind thinking about the A play. This is going to be deadly for G2. It's going to be difficult. They're going to lose members. And Axel and Nafany trying to double up. Axel going through it, only getting the 1 kill. And G2, they win their battles. They win their scrimmages in towards the T-Con area. And now with a 3v3 in play, you are looking at that potential flank coming in from Shiro as well. He switched out to the AK. He's going to try and get in behind. Inters holds off the Ivy play, but Nexa snaps some necks, and Shiro getting out from Pop Dog. It's a 1 versus 2 for Shiro. Now left on the server. Nexa and Amanek, they're low in HP, and they've got 12 seconds, and they can run it to the B site. They've got to run quickly here, though. They've got to get on the plant, and Shiro cannot get the kill. Nexa closes it out. He had big rounds on the CT side. He had huge rounds on the T side. A fantastic performance out of Nexa, Hawker.
To be ready for this G2 side.
Well, Jax is out long. We'll see if Nico starts galloping like a happy horse for Maniac in this one as Jax starting things off well. It's a double kill on the P250. He's looking for even more as the rest of his teammates just rush up short into the A site. Nafany's under so much pressure, he cannot hold on. And they've been broken apart here in defense for G2. Hobbit and Inters into a 2v4, pushing up into short. Shots whiz past, but it's a double stack from the T side, and Nico is the only one required. 2 kills picked up.
It's going to be a 2-0 lead for G2 to kick things off. Should be about to become 3-0 as Hunter is already looking for fights. He's lost out, but I don't think that AK is going to be recovered anytime soon. G2 should be fine.
Yeah, Nexa will take these kills easily. It's nice to see Nexa stepping up on the individual front as well. He's had his highlight moments on this particular map. What do we expect to see for Gambit in this first gun round, though, Hawker?
Well, I think we should get that up for Shiro.
He's outside of long right now, playing anti-flash in the corner, just waiting for them to run out into his long position. And Hobbit is ready. They're going to hard clear him, though, and Jax is completely ready. He had Amanek there backing him up on the MAC-10. You're talking about how he's just wild when he gets that gun in his hands, and Shiro getting involved. Axel on the lineup, a double kill, 3 kills from Axel. Goodbye, G2. Axel holds long.
The A-Long is more of a fake. It's Nico on the lurk while his teammates push up short.
Shiro, he'll connect the first. Amanek is down and out, but Hobbit, he's still a threat they've got to deal with on ramp, and he's got cover. He's got a first kill as well. Nexa answering back with a quick headshot, but couldn't quite figure out how to deal with Shiro. And now there's just Nico left alone. 1v4 found by Nafany, and Gambit get themselves a second. Shiro has not missed many of these initial kills, right? He's out long, not really missed any of these short picks, so you're always losing a player, and then it does make it a little bit easier. You soften up the amount of players to deal with for the rifler. And Shiro, when he's not flashed off and he's not neutralized, he's just taking every pick. Hobbit getting involved as well, and Axel wants a piece of the pie, but it gets a little bit too greedy there, and Hunter gives him the beans. But 3-3, it's tied up. Re-established, and Nico, I mean, he is really the player that has to make it sing, right? That AWP needs to sing a loud song heading into round 8, and it might just boom its way into B. It's Inters and Hobbit set up in the site, and Hobbit with the double kill from Card. Nexa tries to flush him out. He's done that, but Nafany's come in on his AWP, and he's found the wallbang kill on Nexa. Follow-up shot from Inters, and Gambit with the clean round. G2, they get it into the 4v4. They try to go for the B play, Hawker.
G2 do have players in B tunnels. They might just try and pounce here. Mid is probably open when the CTs put that much emphasis on long, and they're just going to go for it.
Ooh. I love this quick response. I love the decisiveness from G2 to commit, but they run up the B ramp. The bomb's been stopped. Inters has found a kill as well. Jack's doing his best, but look at Hobbit. He's in behind middle. Axel's peering over the top. Nico's been plucked out of the round, and now it is just Jack's left alone. It is not looking good for the Frenchman. He has got the bomb on the other side as well. Lots of hungry and disciplined Gambit players waiting for their food. They like a little bit of French cuisine. Jax goes out, Axel with the headshot. G2 have got to really figure out where they want to go with this one. They've got to commit quickly, and they're going through the mid doors with limited time. This is risky from G2. They need to get the kills immediately, and Hobbit's coming in behind. It's a meat grinder, it's a death machine, and Gambit up 8 rounds. While of the back-to-back tactical pauses, we return to the action, and it's G2 with the AWP in the hands of Nico. The AK's out as well. And it's a quick play from Jax out long. He's going to look to try and take some of these fights. And again, it is Hobbit winning that initial fight out long. Gambit have been very good at getting the player into the pit, and it's difficult to flush him out. So now Nafany, he's going to be tested. He gets one, but can't pass the second player. Hunter comes in very quickly with the wallbang reply, and it is a 3v4. Man advantage in play for Gambit.
Behind them, though. They pushed in long.
The flankers come in quickly. Axel just out of nowhere, line them up, and Hobbit's there with him. Nico finally gets involved, but it's a 1v3 clutch in total.
2 more to find on 15 health. No bomb in his hands, and Shiro is walking up short. He just wants to take the fight, and Nico's not ready. Easy kill from Shiro in behind.
He's going to be able to pick up his first pick onto Nico. Shiro out long with his AWP, and this double up setup is working wonders right now for Gambit on the defensive side. Jackson Hunter alongside Nexa trying to pull this round back. Axel is close by. This rifle spamming through eventually gets Jackson. That bomb, it's held back at Gandalf, and it's not able to move forward safely just yet, but Nexa has got the kill back through. But it's a 1v3 now for Nexa, and he just can't do it. It's too much to ask of the in-game leader, and it's 11-3 for Gambit. Last round of the half coming up. G2, their buy is weak. They've got an AK-47 in the hands of Jax, the rest on weaker weapons. 2 Galils, and they'll walk out mid. Hobbit is ready for Hunter. Can he get a second? Hunter, he is avenged by Jax, and Hobbit could not find the multi-kill on Nafany's turn, but they're just not getting these multi-kills. Great training from G2. Now it comes down to the B side, and Inters has been fantastic in this position. Once again, delivers at least 1 kill. The bomb is stuck outside. Jax has not been able to get into the B site, and Shiro, he's got him locked in. You may still be alive, but you're dead to rights right now. Shiro holding for the cross this time. He's been solid so far. We'll see if he can keep it up and close out the half in style for Gambit. 12 rounds in a row it would be. And Axel about to come through window. Jack's down below him. He hit the headshot. He follows it up as well. 11-4 at the half. It's dominant from Gambit. We'll see if they can keep it up heading into the second.
Nafany went 6 for 0 in opening duels in that first half, for what it's worth. I think that's when Gambit go from being just a great team to almost a godlike team, when Nafany's finding that early round success. This one, though, they're taking their time early. That molly into B will flush Amanek out, but the bomb is currently moving into A.
Yeah, up short it goes, and Nico clean on the pistols. 2 headshots picked up. He goes back for a 3K, but can't quite make it happen. But the rest of his team are stepping up, and now Shiro into the 1v3 clutch. He's found Nexa. He will be looking for a second victim, and he's got the headshot there as well. 28 seconds, bomb down at short, and his last victim also happens to be there. It's Amanek. As Shiro moves forward, he spotted the head, I think, there. He's going to run straight over to the B side, but there's going to be limited time. Shiro just has to sprint. He's watching for the drop. 14 seconds left. He's checking all of these positions, and here's the footsteps. He's going for the fight. Amanek now just needs to back off. Shiro should just have enough time to start getting this bomb planted, but Amanek's going to run him down. He's going to run straight to the doorway and calls it off just as the bomb plant comes through. Amanek now waiting for the window push-up. The tension building for Shiro as he moves to the back of the platform. There's 2 angles to worry about right now. Eventually, as the time ticks on, even tunnels could be a possibility, but Shiro is focusing on doorway, and he spotted Amanek. The headshot's in. Shiro has clutched out yet another round. It's 12 for Gambit, and G2, they needed that pistol. Oh, they are playing against Gambit, who are the best performing team in the world. A shot from Shiro on the cross. Flash out. Here was the flashpoint. They've been saving this for the long peek. It's not really going to work out for them. Axel just cleans them up. Hobbit in there as well. 14 rounds, as clean as you could like it. Locked in for Gambit. It's traded out. Now the play from Gambit is to go into the A long area. Inter is still a prone to the approach from short and has put pressure on Nexa. Now he has to think about where he looks and tries to isolate these fights. And he's taking that short fight, and he's going to lose it just about as well. Inter's dropped down to 7 HP. And now it is Jackson Hunter in the 2v3. Make it 2v2 with that near kill. Axel and Shiro setting up for the clutch. If you want 2 players alive, it certainly is these 2. It's Eagle out for Axel, and the boost is perfect here from Jax. They've looked away, and they have no idea he's looking up onto the side at the moment, but he's not been able to get an opportunity out of it. They got behind cover, and now Axel starting to take fights. He's down to 1 HP, but Shiro's still there, backing him up, and now another 1v2 needed for Shiro. He's 18-6, make it 19, as Shiro continues to win clutches. 15-4, map and series point here for Gambit, and now Nafany starting to creep up closer. They have no idea how close he is, but because the smokes are up, they just have to assume. And Nico gets the flash ready, but Nafany's got into Goose. There's no way you check this spot, truly. As Nexus starts to walk up, the play out long starts to come in, and Nafany is just chilling in behind the smoke, but Hunter and Nico, they've taken the kills, and Nafany's found himself one onto Nexa. Ooh, oh, the B play as well coming in. It's all onto Nico, and Jax left in this 2v2. 11 seconds left. Itchy soars into short. Nico blasted out of the round, and it's all on Jax. Bomb plant starts to come through here for Gambit.
Jax sneaking up through short. They don't seem to know he's here, but Nafany's going to look and land a headshot. Nafany and Shiro both dropped 20 in a dominant performance from Gambit.
A 2-1 win coming in for Gambit. They're looking good in this tournament.